Welcome to Balance Body and Beyond. My name is Elise, and I am here to offer you a full body yoga practice with a little extra attention to strengthen our core. But we will have all our regular postures, stretching, and feel good movements to get you charged up and ready to go through your day. That being said, just roll out your mat. You don't need anything, just your body, a positive mindset, and maybe a little bit of muscle to get going. So as we lie back, we're going to stretch our arms overhead. Take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, just relax. Try that again. Inhale, stretch through your fingertips and toes. And then exhale, relax. And one more time. Inhale. Reach your fingertips away from you. Push your feet away from you. Big full body stretch. And then as you exhale, bring your arms back alongside your body. We're going to pull our left leg into our chest and just give it a little hug. Little leg separation. Stretch your arms overhead, and then let's try that now with the other side. Full body stretch. And now we'll do this alternating knee to chest movement. If you want to stay holding that knee to the chest a little longer than me, that's okay. This is your time on the mat. So if you see what might appear to be as white flakes coming out of the sky, it's not. We are in the middle of spring. As you see, my tree above me is in full bloom, but those little white flowers are starting to blow off in the wind, but it certainly looks beautiful. Gorgeous time of year. Let's try both knees into the chest and wrap your arms behind your legs. Good, and just lift that tailbone up off the mat and then let it relax back down. So see if you can lift the tailbone up, pulling the knees into the chest, big stretch in that lower back, right in your sacral area, and then release. We'll do that a few more times. Oh, that feels so good. All right, and then we're gonna set the knees over the hips, send your arms wide, and we'll fan the legs side to side. As the legs move to the right, turn your head and look to the left, and then swish on over to the other side. Yeah. Now, as you're doing this, can you squeeze your knees and ankles together and move the legs as one unit? So this is the beginning of a little bit of core work here because it takes oblique strength to transfer your legs side to side. Yeah. And then lift your knees up over the chest, straighten your legs, and now we're gonna do alternating leg lowers, but we're gonna scissor the legs. So scissor the legs, big range of motion. And now with this scissor, we're gonna go side to side. So as you roll to the left side of the body, bring your right leg towards your chest. And then as you roll to the left or the right, bring your left leg up. Good, 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 good. So when in doubt, if what I say doesn't match what I do, follow what I do. Side to side. Arms are wide, palms pushing down to the floor. If that's too strenuous, you go back to what we did before, keeping the knees bent. Just a few more. Awesome. And then bring both legs up. We're going to bend the knees and set the soles of our feet flat onto the mat. Take your arms overhead, and as your hips lift, you're gonna lift your arms and press your palms down into the mat. Slowly lower down and arms stretch overhead. And we'll continue with this movement. I just walked my feet in a little closer to my hips. Have an awareness that your feet are parallel to one another. And now we're gonna add on if you can, next time you lift your hips, pick up one foot and just push through one side of the body. Come back down and try it on the other side. Good. Now your elevated foot doesn't need to come very high. Actually, the lower the foot, the more strenuous the exercise. So we'll see how that feels. Pushing through the bottoms of your feet, lifting one leg at a time. Finding your niche here, getting into your groove. Lots of arm work here for sure. Let's try one more. And then keep both feet down. Keep your arms overhead and stretch those legs out. So we're gonna do a little range of motion for our shoulders here. You're gonna sweep your arms out wide, and then as the arms come towards your feet, lift your shoulders and fingertips will reach to your toes. Inhale, arms overhead. Sweep your arms in a circle. Exhale, reach for your toes. I have not put out a video here, oh gosh, in maybe about a week and a half. My daughter was visiting and she lives in Germany, but she's getting set to move to South Africa. So I was trying to put all my free time into quality time with her and her boyfriend and her dog. But the good news is, in, I don't know, maybe 6 months or so, we'll get some footage from South Africa, and that's pretty exciting. I'm so much looking forward to visiting there. I've never been there. Sweep your arms out wide. Now reach for your toes and hold, 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 hold. Good, so you should feel those lower abdominal muscles, upper abdominal muscles, all working together. And arms come down, head can rest. And from here, let's go ahead and walk the feet into your hips. And we're gonna lift for a bridge one more time. And then holding this bridge, you're gonna bring your feet really close together and your knees close together. And we're gonna try a double heel lift here. So double heel lift. Good. And if it's too much to lift both heels, you just lift one at a time. Yeah, eventually we will get into a seated position and we will get to our feet, but this is just a nice warm up here, getting our minds focused and our bodies prepared for our bigger postures and exercises. Good. Hold here, lower the hips, and we're gonna roll to the right side of our body. We're gonna send our right forearm to the mat and straighten out your legs, and then you're gonna bring your top leg forward, pushing through this front foot. You're gonna start by just gently lifting the hips, and you can use your hand to help assist in this. And if you feel successful here, then lift your arm up. And then see if you can lift even higher. So we're going to benefit from strengthening and stretching through this exercise. Awesome. And if it's too much for this bottom shoulder, then by all means, use your hand here. Or you can even just hold the stretch or hold the strengthening posture here. Couple more. Awesome. All right, and then let's just go to the other side. Spin yourself around. Your top leg comes forward, your toes directed forward. Start with your hand down, and you can lift up. Nice. It's a very cloudy day, so the sun keeps popping in and out. But when that sun comes down, it sure is nice. Have you started lifting your arm yet, if you can? And you can always just kind of rearrange your body position to make this movement a little more achievable for you, whatever that looks like. Get a few more. Super duper. We're going to roll to the front of our body now, coming to our hands and our knees. We're going to rock the hips back and forth. So from child's pose to kneeling plank. With every repetition, see if you can get your forehead to come a little closer to your mat. Usually on Friday mornings, I teach a yoga class here at my local gym. But today I was medical transport for my husband who had a procedure. So it feels very nice to be on my mat right now. One more. And then gliding our body weight forward, coming into bird dog. We're gonna kind of shift our weight a little bit so we can pick our right knee up. And that right knee is gonna lift up and then come down. And then it's gonna go to the side and release. So we're gonna lift, lower, come out to the side and down. Now, if you feel pretty secure here, try extending the opposite arm from moving leg. So my left arm will go out and my right leg is moving and I'm bracing. I'm drawing my belly in, keeping my body very still here. Nice work. That's all set, all 4 points down. Let's just begin with the other side. Just lift that knee slightly. We go to the side and then lift. So think about our alignment. Think about drawing your belly in, creating a long spine. When you're ready, extend the opposite arm. You want to reach out like you're getting ready to shake someone's hand. At any point you want to put both hands down, you certainly can. But if you're reaching forward, do you feel your bicep just beside your ear? Really nice work. Let's try one more each direction. And then we'll set all 4 points down. Coming into a tall kneeling position. Oh, there's a bumblebee right beside me. We're gonna take a bow and your forehead is gonna come towards the mat. Your knuckles are gonna lift to the ceiling. And here's the catch. As you lift, you're gonna pull your left leg forward and lean into a nice big hip flexor stretch. Then you're gonna send both knees down. Take your bow, knuckles to ceiling, airplane arms, and then the other side. Well, knuckles to ceiling if you're indoors. If you're outdoors, knuckles to sky. All right, you got it. So bow, swing one leg forward, and I'm just alternating legs. Take your time, find your rhythm. You want to work hard at swinging your foot straight through. Woo! How was that? Straight through. That was an example of what you want to try not to do. And then you want to try to get your leg to come straight back and not swing around. That's not easy. So keeping that in mind, let's try one more on each side. I've said it in previous practices. This is yoga practice, not yoga perfection. Doesn't have to be pretty. We're not getting judged or scored. Good. Arms come overhead, looking up to the sky, and then hands come down to mat. Let's set up a high plank. Good. And in this high plank, we're going to rock a little bit, pushing off the balls of our feet, forward and back. Balancing our shoulders over our wrists. And then pause here. And if you feel comfortable taking downward dog, let's lift the hips and push our weight back. If that doesn't work for you, returning to your knees and taking child's pose, or working from your forearms and moving into dolphin pose. Those are all interchangeable poses, so use them as you need them. And if you're in your downward dog, let's try pedaling out our feet, alternating heel presses, and then take a look under each arm, turning your head side to side. Let's pause, keeping both heels down, lifting your hips up high to the sky. We're going to walk our hands back to our feet. Just mix it up a little bit. Hands back to feet. Hold your forward fold. Check in that your feet are underneath your hips. And then drop the top of your head towards the toes. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time, coming into a standing posture. And then we are going to turn side on to the mat, taking our feet really wide. Good. Arms are going to go out to the side, and you're simply going to begin reaching. Oh, look at all those flowers. Reaching side to side. So I almost feel like if you were to come in triangle pose, you know how you pull your rib cage and your arm away to find that triangle pose? Kind of sensation here. Getting some slight bend to the knees, transferring weight. Very nice. Awesome. Hold here, and now you'll take your hands to your hips. We're still going to begin moving laterally side to side, but we're going to dip our shoulder inward. So you're going to take your shoulder towards the opposite knee, a little twist, come up tall, and then switch. And as you move side to side, you can then kind of blend in variations of staying low, right? Not standing. You might try beginning to lift your arm up, take a bigger twist. The cool thing about yoga, you can take one movement pattern and make it your own and add in so many variations, styles. So remember, always make it your own. Hold in the center. We're going to take away that knee bend, and we're going to windmill. Take your right hand to your left foot. This is where you can reach that opposite arm way up. Lift back to the center, and then switch. Side to side. One more on each side. Awesome start. Holding here. Let's draw our feet together and just shake everything out. We're going to come to the top of our mat and join our big toes together. Inhale, lifting. And taking child's or chair pose. I'm already moving into child's pose. That's not going to come now. We're into a little bit of work moving forward. Inhale, up and hold. Let's swan dive down. And here comes our flow. Inhale, half lift. As you fold, you're going to step your left foot back and you're going to come into a crescent lunge. And from this crescent lunge, you're going to rise up. Good. Holding strong in crescent lunge. You're going to take your hands under your leg and then inhale, lift back up. Exhale. Inhale. Building energy, building momentum. I'm going to make friends with that bumblebee. Strong legs. Arms come up and hold. Join your palms together and you'll slide down into your crescent lunge. Stay here and then you're going to twist. You're welcome to stay in the twist or drop your elbow down to the outside of your thigh. And we have a crescent lunge with a twist. I love this. Awesome. Bring both hands back to your chest. Stand. And now we fold. Coming into our pyramid pose. Forehead drops to knee. And just absorb that stretch. We're going to lower our back knee down. And we're going to move between this kneeling hip flexor stretch and then back into a hamstring stretch. So we're going to rock a little bit front to back. An option would be to take this front foot a little farther off to the side if you want to open up the hip. You're going to lean back and hold. We're going to add a twist to our hamstring stretch. Just keep your left hand grounded and let's take a twist here. Right arm reaches up. Whoa, I'm a little wobbly here. Good. Both hands down. Bend your front knee. Pick up your back leg. You're going to push off your back foot and bring both feet forward. Feet side by side. We're going to try to drop our hips as low as we can. Your heels can come up. And then you're going to do a deep forward fold, forehead to knee. So any space in between this, you might just hold a squat and move in and out of a squat. You might stay in your forward folds. You might be able to get those hips to come all the way down to the heels of your feet. I recognize that requires a lot of knee flexion. I watch so many other trainers, yoga coaches, and they perform a lot of deep knee flexion exercises, and I love them. And I love them for the people who can do them. But I know not everyone has that deep knee flexion ability. So it's important that you do what you can and you don't create pain in your body trying to do something it is not ready to do. Hold your forward fold and slowly roll up. Arms come overhead. Sweep your arms forward. And we're going to do that whole sequence now on the other side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift. And then as we fold, we're going to take our right leg behind us, holding our low lunge. And from this low lunge, we rise into our standing lunge. So get your bearings. Your back heel is high, all your toes forward. We'll bend the front knee, hands come down. Inhale, lift. Lots of leg strengthening. So the key to this exercise to get a really clean lunge is to keep your back heel up and your back toes directed forward. I know that's not easy for everybody either, because not everyone has the flexibility in their toe joints to make that happen. Arms up overhead, palms together, and we're going to come down into our crescent lunge, hands to heart center. And then you're going to twist. Some of you might stay here, or you can drop your elbow to the outside of your thigh, and the top elbow reaches upward, so you sense that the elbows are stacked. You can put a back knee down. And then remember to breathe. You got that? Yeah. All right, slowly we'll come out of it and rise back to our feet. Forward fold into pyramid. So you might have to reset your legs a little bit. You might bring them a little closer together, wherever you can access a nice hamstring stretch from this body position. Relax your shoulders, super important. And then we'll bring our back knee to the mat, and we're gonna move between our hamstring stretch, picking up our front toes, and then into our lunge. Walk your hands. You can shift your hips back as far as you like. Again, you add your own flavor into the stretches. We are all designed differently, and maybe on one side you find, oh, I just need to sit back. Other side, maybe not. All right, so now, after this last hip flexor, we are going to lean back into our hamstring stretch. Now, you're not going to set back too far because we're going to add that twist. Right hand stays on the mat, left arm comes up, we reach upward, we gaze upward. My apologies for any extra noise you might be hearing between this breeze and now my neighbor's cutting his grass. I got some noise. All right, hands down, but we'll work through it. Return to a bent knee out front, and then send both feet back. Awesome work. So now we are in our high plank. Holding here, our chest is going to lower down and our elbows brush our ribs. We're going to peel up for our cobra. And from cobra, we'll advance into up dog. Exhale into down dog. We're going to pick our right leg up. And from here, you're going to step through for warrior one. Arms come up. And then we're going to take some bows. You'll open wide and then knuckles together, bow in. Inhale, open. Exhale, bow. One more. Open and hold. Arms come overhead. Pick up your back heel. Once again, you're in your lunge. And this time you're gonna fold and we're gonna take twisting triangle. So once you're in your forward fold, your right arm comes up. Big twist, look to the ceiling. Both hands down. Send both feet back. High plank. Let's lower the chest down. Peel your chest up for cobra. Upward dog. Downward dog. It's time for the left leg to lift. Hold here in your 3-point dog. And now step through for warrior one. Plant your back foot firmly, lift your heart space. And then open your arms wide. Keep your front knee bent as you bow. Maintain that same bend as you lean back and open, expand, broaden through your chest. Feel the curvature of your spine change. What a gorgeous, gorgeous, phenomenal day. Let's take one more. You're doing a marvelous job. Open and hold. Bring your arms overhead to reset warrior one. Relax your shoulders down. And now let's pick up our back heel, all your toes pointing forward, hinging down as if you were returning to pyramid. But our ultimate goal is to set revolving triangle or twisting triangle. Let's bring our right arm up. Both hands come down. Bend your front knee. Take both feet back. And let's bring our chest down. Elbows brush ribs. Point your toes for cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Here's a little bit of a core activating drill for you. We'll pick our right leg up. And we're going to pull our right knee towards our left elbow and glide ourselves into plank. Repeat. Leg up, knee to opposite elbow. If this is too much, just put your left knee on the mat and work from a kneeling position. You're going to lift your leg and hold. And now step through for warrior two. Holding warrior two. We're going to take arm circles here. Front knee is bent, front thigh is loaded. You can keep looking over your front hands. Circle the other way. Ensure that your shoulders are down and relaxed. Pause, resetting warrior two, and then straightening your front leg, moving into triangle pose, reach forward, side hinge down. Okay, we have one more leg sequence to follow up with. Bring both hands down, send both feet back. I am just laughing inside. Now I have a helicopter flying over me. Just comes down, cobra to up dog to down dog. All right, we're gonna lift our left leg up here. Left knee to right elbow, working through again our core strength. This is what life is all about, though. Expect the unexpected. Now, that being said, I live right next to an airport, our local airport, so I do expect some air traffic. It is the middle of spring and a Friday afternoon. I do expect my neighbor to mow his grass. But then we just work through it, right? Because that's the name of the game. Don't quit because things may not be going your way. We have one more. Good. Hold your 3-point dog. And then step through for warrior two. Good. So feet bearing down, strong warriors. And we will do the same circles again, ensuring that we relax those shoulders. Continue with your big breaths. And change directions of your circle. Fingers spread. And pause. Holding warrior two, straighten your front leg, and let's reach now, coming into triangle pose. Stacking our arms one on top of the other. And coming down to our low lunge. I think we're gonna make it. All things happening around us, both feet back. And let's flow down. Elbows brush ribs, lifting heart, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. We're gonna drop to our knees, staying in a kneeling position. Arms come up. Now I'm gonna take my knees a little wider, and I'm gonna reach side to side. While one hand goes down, I'm gonna gaze up, deepening my side stretch, and then change that around. Side to side. I do like to do this stretch often at the beginning of my practice, but at the end of the practice, I have even more flexibility and motion. So implementing this towards the end of the practice also has great benefits. And then we're gonna bring both arms up, palms together, and we twist side to side. So we're just working all the way around the spine here. Arms together, twist the other way. I always love to infuse spinal mobility drills into my practice, because the spine is certainly a body part that loses mobility over time. Arms overhead, and let's take our child's pose. Palms down, and then shift back, right? We didn't do any kind of long staying child's pose yet. We move through child's pose towards the beginning of the practice. You can sway your hips. But now again, since you're looser and warmer, let's see if we can get our bodies to sink real deep down into the mat and relax into our child's pose. Nice. All right, with your next inhalation, we're gonna glide our body weight forward and have a seat. Hands can rest on kneecaps. Good. And then however your arms are most relaxed, we're just gonna drop the chin down and do some neck circles, just removing any residual tension or tightness around the neck. I don't know about you, but I do feel better. I feel more focused. I feel like I can continue on with the rest of my day in a better mindset. Good. Change directions. And just, remember, we don't have control of our surroundings all the time, but we do have control on how we react to them. Finishing through with this last head circle. Drop your chin down, look just between your legs, and then roll up nice and slow. Inhaling, breathing in all the positive energy. Palms joined together. Thank you for joining me today. Please remember to hit like, subscribe, and look for me again for more yoga intervention to make your life better. Thank you.